Hello, and welcome to Color Commentary. I'm TJ, your average fan, and I'll be talking to you today about a show Amazon Prime's Fallout, episodes 2 through 4. Let's get into it, shall we? Spoilers! This show is crazy. This show is crazy and beautiful and infuriating all at the same time. And you might think, well, that sounded interesting, but at the same time, like infuriating. Yes, because of one freaking character. But I will get to that in just a second. I forgot to mention at the end of last video that the last thing that they actually revealed in that first episode was the ghoul. These other bounty hunters had dug up this ghoul who turns out to be the cowboy guy that was doing the birthday parties at the beginning of the episode. So apparently he's a ghoul, a mutate, and he been around all this 200 some years, and somebody got him locked in a coffin underground and feeding him this stuff. And now these guys came to dig him up because they want him to help find the bounty for this guy that escaped the conclave and his dog. So they wake that guy up. Lucy's outside, and Maximus is now the squire for Titus. Well, let's just say all of those things go completely wrong. The ghoul kills the guys that woke him up. He decides he's gonna do his own thing and find out, hunt down this, get this bounty himself. That's what he decides to do. Lucy is just traveling the wasteland, running into all different kind of crazy stuff that she ain't never seen before, and figuring out somehow how to deal with this. She eventually runs into this town. Maximus is with his uh, knight Titus, and Titus decides they're gonna get out the hover plane early, so they get down and they walking, run into a mutated bear. Titus get his ass kicked, and then become a crybaby. And I'm like, he's the worst knight ever. Like, what kind of you suck, bro? You just suck. And then he got to berating Maximus, whom he was asking for help to save his life, even though Maximus could have helped him a lot sooner. He could have shot the damn thing, but he didn't. I'm like, why are you just standing there looking at this thing? Like, what are you doing? You're useless right now. I will say this about Maximus's character, because at the end of this, he let this man bleed out and took his armor, and then he got the nerve to feeling good about himself because he feel like he could be a better knight. Bro, they've established that you've been with them since you was like 10. You've been with them learning, growing. They've been teaching you all this stuff, but yet you act like you a person on your first day in the place. You can't even pull out your flashlight without fumbling and bumbling. They made him a bumbling, fumbling idiot, and it's pissing me off. That's the infuriating part about this show. Maximus, this dude is just like, are you kidding me? Lucy finds a town. She's trying to find a father, so she gets to questioning things and people. See weird, crazy stuff. We saw the two-headed cows from the game. Awesome, you know. I'm like, oh, trade's going on. All righty, here we go. And a bunch of other strange animals. We also got ourselves a rad roach. I was wondering when we was gonna see one of these giant freaking cockroaches, but we finally got one because the doctor, for whatever reason, the dog that's with him, because they have a whole scene where they show where he ran away from this conclave. They was doing experiments on behavioral science on these animals, these dogs, and whatever else they was doing. They was also growing monsters. Saw a hand, it looked bad. Don't know what these people's up to. His science project, though, after he done fell in love with one of the dogs, he done took that dog. Meanwhile, he done injected this thing into his neck, and we have yet to explain what that is or why. But it's clearly pretty important because the bounty is high and everybody's on him. So, convergence at this town. This is where it all goes down. So the ghoul is there. He's looking for the dude. The dude is there. After he done ran into Lucy in the middle of the night and saved her from rad roaches. Now she done made it there. Everybody's there. Who else has got to show up? Of course, Maximus is going to show up. Just in time after, well, not just in time, right after the man got his foot blown off, that they, because the ghoul shot his foot off so he can't get away. Whole town trying to take out the ghoul who's doing badass shit, of course. And bullets are insane. The weapons, I forgot about how awesome the weapons are. The junk gun, all that stuff. Crazy. He's shooting holes, blowing up heads. It was crazy. Meanwhile, Lucy trying to be this good person. And she gets talked into by being a good person, helping this scientist dude to get away. So she's helping him get away, but this is while Maximus showed up and fighting the ghoul and doing a terrible, terrible job at it. Again, when the Brotherhood of Steel's machine people showed up at the base, he knew what type of armor it was and everything, and side-eyeing people because they didn't know. But you don't know how to fly this thing. You have no idea how it works. You know what I'm saying? You're useless. You can't even get your foot out of a piece of wood till it's too late. Like what? I hate this character. He is so freaking annoying. But somehow they're trying to develop some love interest, I feel like, between him and Lucy, and I'm not for it. I'm not. Absolutely not. So she gets away with dude. His foot is so jacked, and then they put this artificial foot on him, not working out so hot. So he takes cyanide pills to kill himself, tells her to cut his head off and take it with him. That's the only way you're going to get your father back. You got to get to Moldava, this woman who took him. You're going to have to take my head because she wants me, and my head is what actually has what's in it. Whatever he injected in his head, this little chip thing. I don't know what it was, but it's weird, and I need to know. So I still have burning questions on that. So she does it. First, she wasn't going to do it, but she did it. She chopped his head off and took it. Then the head got took by another mutated monster in some water, and the ghoul catches up with her. Because, of course, Maximus, not knowing what he's doing with the suit, then flew off somewhere and crashed. He didn't have to fight with other people about keeping the suit and crush some heads and everything else. Still want to run around thinking he's somebody. Then the Brotherhood contacted him. Now they sending him a new squire, and now he can't show who he is inside because now this new squire is there, and they know each other. So you've stolen their stuff. You pretending to be this knight, and you suck. You're a terrible, terrible person. Even though, unlike what his knight did, he didn't send dude in there to fight the monsters like he did. He told him to go back. I got this. I'm a knight. I'm gonna do it. And he didn't do it. His knight foot ended up getting almost took off because he couldn't even shoot the gun. He fumbled shooting the gun one time because he couldn't even control it. Like I'm like this dude. What? And then they want to keep giving him these smiley faces when he feel like he getting the upper hand on something or somebody. And I'm like, I'm not with you, bro. You suck. I don't want you to have the upper hand. F you. That I'm sorry, Maximus. You're my least liked character in this show right now. Lucy's annoying, but her naivete comes from being underground. You, on the other hand, were raised on the surface with the Brotherhood of Steel and know everything that's going on up here. No excuse for you. Absolutely none. This fool has also decided that he's going to bring the bounty back that'll make up for the fact that he let his knight die, bleed out, and stole the armor. So he's also looking for the scientist dude and his dog. Yeah, so the ghoul catches up with her. He tried to get the head out the thing mouth, but her using her as bait, that didn't work. So they decide they just gonna go ahead and go on. Night dude shows up, Maximus. This is when he decides to not let his squire get caught up in the crap and still failed. But they get the head. So now they have the head. Still don't know what they're gonna do with it, and they don't know why. Meanwhile, because in the Ghoul and Lucy's fight with the same mutated water monster, she made sure to crush all of his vows that keep him sane and not turn into a feral ghoul. Yeah, so now he's on a mission to go to this doctor place where they harvest organs here. Yeah, it's a terrible situation, and they got mutates locked up in cages. And so, of course, Lucy's like, no, don't do that. And after destroying the robots, freeing the mutates, and even the Pharaoh ones, which was a bad idea, she ended up getting out of there. And she was nice enough, because he had passed out on the street, to give him some more of the medication stuff. Told him, like, if you don't get this stuff, you're going to turn into that? Oh, okay. Well, I'm not a bad person, so here you go. And she gave him some. And I'm like, okay, that was nice of her. We also found out about the ghoul, some little history about before all the bombs blew up. His wife um, worked for Vault-Tec. Had got him a job because he was working in movies. He was doing movies, cowboy movies, westerns. That's why he had the outfit on in the first place. Then she got him doing commercials now for Vault-Tec to promote they safe, just in case, stuff, if radiation will break out, if the bomb drops. It's not going to happen, but if it does, you'll be safe. And that's where the thumbs up come from. And I was like, when they started to set it up and they put him in the outfit, I was like, for the commercials and to take the pictures, I was like, is that why Pip-Boy thumb is up? Is that why Pip-Boy's thumb is up? Because of him? He's fucking Pip-Boy? Are you kidding me? And sure enough, that is the truth. He was the face of Vault-Tec. Wow. Thanks to his wife, which we still need to learn more about. I need to know more about what's going on with his wife, because she clearly worked for Vault-Tec. And it was some stuff that she kind of side-eyed to make him do that he really wasn't a part of, wasn't really in on. So I'm like, your wife set you up some kind of way. And I didn't like how she was looking about that. So, yeah. And they still haven't showed exactly what happened that day when the bombs went off and he ran off with the daughter on that horse. Because, what happened to the daughter? I don't know. But at some point, he does run into Moldova in California again, and he decides that he's going to not help them. And she's setting up the whole thing like, Vault-Tec is trying to make people afraid. And we shouldn't have to be afraid. And she had created this technology for cold fusion, pure energy, no need for this nuclear stuff. We all good. Just get rid of all that stuff. We don't need it. Yeah, Vault-Tec bought all the companies and then shelved her projects so that they could continue to sell their stuff, their vaults and their technologies and their Mr. Handys and all of that. So yeah, it's messed up, real messed up. And he found a video of himself in one of his Western movies. So he decided to sit there at the place and watch it before he left. And that's how episode 4 ended, with him watching a video of a movie of himself when he was still human over 200 years ago. Crazy. But he got plenty of medication now. He shouldn't have to worry about becoming Pharaoh because he stole all of their crap. I don't know where Lucy going. I don't even know what Maximus is going to do next. Not that I really care. But I guess I'll have to tell y'all about it when I see it. So that was 2 through 4. I will see you guys for the rest of it. This show is crazy. I love it though, but it looks so good. It does. It looks so good, and it's so much fun. It is a lot of fun. See you guys for the rest later. In the meantime, have a great day.